Not only because the Miami Hurricanes have a very important game today, but also because we got our boy Josh Appel back in the booth.
Hey.
Josh Appel, new dad in the building.
Oh
How's
yeah.
your dad? How's your dad's strength growing, huh?
Um, I think my dad's strength has gone up a little bit, but who really knows? You might hear him wailing in the background at some point during the show today.
That's fair, man. Do whatever you need to do.
He's
Feel
just
free.
excited for the Canes.
That's it, man. That is it. Actually, you know what? This is interesting. Appel, I'm gonna pass this responsibility on to you. When
Okay.
my son was born, the Miami Heat and Panthers had their historic 8th seed to championship run. And following that, Panthers, he's never seen the Panthers not win a championship at this point.
Mm.
So I'm going to go ahead and bestow all the good luck that newborns bring and hope that the Canes could get some of this action here.
Listen, I'm not saying you're going to know who to blame, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It is a chilly December 31st out there. It's probably about like 50 degrees right now. I'll give you a better weather report later on. But luckily for those who will be watching the Cotton Bowl tonight, that won't affect us. Whatever the weather is won't affect us, right? Jerry keeps it closed. Am I right?
Yes.
Or okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure, with these South Floridians, it seems like our Achilles heel happens to be that weather, but we won't have to deal with that, luckily. There is a lot of other things we will need to be dealing with, and we will break that down in depth today. We're going to be giving you some of our best Hurricanes related segments, as well as some games. We got some Cotton Bowl trivia. It can't be a Frog Boy led show without a game. So we got some Cotton Bowl trivia. And like I said, we will be breaking down the Ohio State versus Miami Hurricanes Cotton Bowl. And then that will continue on this station. Appel, you're doing 1 hour after the show with Hawk and Crowder?
If I am, that's news to me.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and relieve you of that duty. Don't even worry about it, dude. But there will be 1 hour of Hawk and Crowder after us, and a comprehensive 4-hour pregame kicks off right here at 3 p.m. 4.5 hours.
Wow.
That's crazy. Are they paying for that little extra half hour?
I mean, the kickoff is 7:30.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Absolutely.
And the pregame begins at 3. So I'm not a math major, but I can add and subtract.
Did you carry the one though?
That's 4.5 hours.
I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it for now. But let's go ahead and get into some headlines. There are some other things going on in the South Florida sports scene, but not too many people are going to be paying attention to it. But we right here on 560 and 104.3 WQAM would be remiss if we didn't mention our lovely, lovely Florida Panthers. Overtime loss for them yesterday. Vlad, you were producing that game. How'd it go?
They choked.
Oh, I don't like that.
They had a 2-0 lead, 4 minutes left, and then right after the second goal, Montreal scored. Okay, 2-1, and then the guy scored. The guy who scored the game-winning goal actually scored the game-time goal.
Suzuki.
So, yeah,
Suzuki.
Listen, this I'm not a guy who does the let's blame the referees stuff. So listen, I'm not gonna blame the referees here. Okay,
seems like
I'm not going to do that.
However,
on the front end,
all right,
we got to be calling pick plays. All right, on that first goal by the Canadians after the Panthers went up 2-0, we got to call interference there on Montreal. It created all the space for Cole Caulfield, who then made Etulo Sterainen look not so great in scoring that first Montreal goal. But then the Panthers, as Vlad said, just a comedy of errors on the tying goal. Tarasov, who was playing for Bob last night, had a great game until literally the last 5 minutes. Misplayed a puck behind the net. He ended up out of position. Ekblad couldn't manage the puck back there either because of the miscommunication. And then before you know it, Suzuki's putting one past Daniil Tarasov, and the Panthers lose in overtime. But
they got a point.
David Dwork of Hockey News this morning.
All right.
Big report.
Is somebody coming back?
The captain,
Alexander
Barkov, has begun skating.
I love that.
Whoa.
I like skate. I like skate, but he's skating.
But he's skating before the turn of the year.
Yes.
That's good.
That's good. Cyborg.
Now, Vlad, you've been producing games. Josh, you are a hockey, not extraordinaire, but savant, if you will. So I know you pay close attention. For the casual fan, as I can admit that I am, the Florida Panthers, from what you've been hearing from the outside, this hasn't been the best season. Fatigue, injury. But I look at their record at a 21-15, and I deem that as I understand they're fourth in the Atlantic, but not too bad. The way that everyone's panicking, people are telling me, and obviously there's a bunch of other teams who are preying on their downfall. How should I feel about this season thus far, Josh?
You should feel good about the position they're in right now, because before the season, knowing that they'd be without Matthew Tkachuk for the first part of the year, after Alexander Barkov got hurt on the first day of training camp, then early in the season, Dmitry Kulikov goes down for a while. They've lost some real key pieces, but obviously Barkov and Tkachuk are the headliners. And all you wanted to see from the Panthers from the start of the regular season until Tkachuk got back was just stay in it. And at one point, the Panthers were at the bottom of the Atlantic Division. Now they're 4 points back of first place with a game in hand. They're in a playoff spot at the start of the new year, going into the Winter Classic on Friday. Matthew Tkachuk's return is imminent. They are in a really good spot. Brad Marchand is playing at an incredible level right now. Sam Bennett is on a tear. He's tied a career-long point streak. Seems like Bob is starting to get back to form as well. If I was a team in first place in either the Metro or the Atlantic, and I see the Florida Panthers in one of those two wild card spots, that is literally the last team I would ever want to face in the first round of the playoffs.
Okay. All right. Vlad, are you getting the same pulse? Are you getting the same pulse from the team?
No, I mean, once they get healthy. I mean, dude, 3 years, that's a long-ass run.
Long-ass run.
Stanley Cup run. You just want them to be healthy and get into the postseason. And then you have more confidence in them because you know of their past history in the postseason. 82-game regular seasons, like you grind, and then you got the Olympics, and then you got the Winter Classic. Like, yeah, I can understand that. That's why I respect what Paul Maurice did before the season when he gave the guys a week off before he allowed the vets to get on the ice. He just gave them, even though like training camp was happening, he gave them a week off. He's like, nah, you guys, you play too much. We'll let the young guys, practice and everything. You guys have a week off. And yeah, before you know it, what the hell happened here? Before you know it, we're already December 31st. You understand? So then they play the Winter Classic, and then after the Winter Classic, you got the Olympics, which it seems like 75% of, like we said, 75% of the Florida Panthers will be playing in the Winter Olympics.
That's crazy.
And here's the thing: the only reason why Bob is not playing, it's because Russia doesn't have a team.
Yeah.
So if Bob was playing, if Russia had a team, Bob would be playing. So all the major guys from the Panthers would be playing for their host country.
You're gonna have two Panthers on Team USA, it looks like, in Matthew Tkachuk and Seth Jones. There's some scuttlebutt that he's going to be on the team. Michael Russo of The Athletic, who's very plugged with Bill Guerin, who is the GM of the Wild and also the GM of Team USA. He's very plugged in there, and he's projecting Seth Jones to also be on Team USA. You're going to have Reinhart and Sam Bennett and Brad Marchand on Team Canada. You're going to have Gustav Forsling on Sweden. You're going to have probably Etu and Anton Lundell and Nico Mikkola on Finland. Uvis Balinskis is playing in the Olympics as well for Latvia. I mean, they're going to be so well represented come February. Could these guys just get a break?
I was going to say, I'm canceling it. That's it.
I'm literally we're gonna have to rely. Thank God Bob is not gonna play in the Olympics.
Yeah, my God.
Thank God, because those guys are gonna be tired coming back.
I see with the merch. I know I've heard you and Solana talk about how you've been with the Winter Classic merch. And we mentioned the Winter Classic. You guys saw the photo that came out recently?
Oh yeah.
This I saw this initially, and at first I didn't have any understanding as to how hockey would look on a baseball diamond. And it's pretty sweet.
Right?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I gotta admit, this is definitely something that is like an event. This is an event. At first, it was like, I don't understand it, so I can't really gauge my interest. But this is pretty cool.
I got one problem.
What's the problem?
I really want pink on the ice.
Oh, wait. Are you saying, do I really want pink on the ice,
Yeah,
or
like,
you?
look at the picture right now.
Yeah.
Like the blue side is dope. The pink side?
Come on,
It's
that's like
Vice.
the Vice thing. The Vice. You're not a fan of the Vice thing?
We're not, but this ain't the Heat. This is the Panthers.
Oh, everyone's Vice, baby. Everyone. It's
I don't like
it's more of
that.
a mindset. It's a mindset.
I don't want
That's
to
what
be
Vice
Vice.
is.
I don't want to meet
Well,
up
I mean,
with
it's like the logo of it's just the colors they chose, the league. I think the setup looks really awesome. And
no, setup is beautiful. I just think
Yeah.
winter. I don't think of pink in winter.
we're going to get incredible weather on Friday night.
All right. Yeah.
There was obviously a lot of the northern hockey fans and fans of the teams up there. Oh, well, this is not a winter classic. How are they going to do this in Miami? Listen, if the forecast is correct, this will be the third warmest winter classic or outdoor game in league history. There will have been 2 games warmer in LA and in Denver that were played outdoors. Yeah.
Wait, Denver?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In what month?
At Coors Field, I'm not sure. Probably in like February when they were doing Stadium Series. I don't think they did a Winter Classic there, but I believe it was later on in the new year when they did that. But the temperatures are expected to be like 61, 62 degrees on Friday, and the game in LA was like 65 degrees, and I think Coors Field, the game there was like 63 or 64. So it's not even going to be the warmest outdoor game in league history, and it's going to be beautiful. They're going to have the roof open, the panels open. It is going to be an awesome night.
You gonna be there, Josh? I know you got something preoccupying you. I'm not
So I know, but the company that I do NFL games for, we also do the NHL, and I will be doing our rinkside interviews on
look
Friday.
at that.
Oh wow, that's
But
dope.
obviously, listen to Doug Plagans and Billy Lindsay on the flagship right here on WQAM. But if you're listening and you're not in South Florida, you can find us on one of your local affiliates outside of beautiful South Florida.
Look at that, Appel. Look at that, huh?
Time of
This
our
guy.
lives.
I don't care what they say about you,
Get there
man.
early,
You're out here
Appel.
doing it.
We got to get there early.
Oh yeah, no trust.
Oh
me.
yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm doing the show with Solana on Friday, from 2 to 4, 2 to 5. Not sure yet.
Oh, and then you
So
drive.
I will be there pretty much all day.
You're gonna be already at Lone Depot.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Smart.
Because right after doing the show with you, I'm out.
Okay.
Friday, I'm out. Like I'm going straight to the Lone Depot because from what I've heard, reading some of the stuff, it's going to be traffic galore.
Dang, I didn't realize I wanted to go to this so bad until I saw it.
Yeah, no blocky for Winter Classic. You're right, Mr.
yeah.
799 Junior. No blocky for Winter Classic would be great. No blocky. Can you imagine a Canadian? No blocky. What is this? No blocky.
What does that even mean? What does this mean, eh?
You know? What is this no blocky, you know?
I want to give us credit because I know it's a very, very Canes heavy day, but hey man, one segment down, baby, and we covered Panthers hockey.
We led with the Panthers on the day. The Canes are playing their biggest game in 20 years.
Pretty solid. We're gonna take a break here. When we come back, we will go over the tail of the tape, players to watch, the basics. You've been under a rock for the past couple months. This is what you need to watch for tonight's Cotton Bowl. We got that and much more on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome on back to the Tobin and Leroy Show. Got Josh Appel in today. Got Vlad holding things down on the production board. And today we got ourselves a big one, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a shot at revenge. And please, to all those Leroys out there who are going to remind me that no one on this roster was alive when this last happened, you got to understand these rivalries, they pass on down.
Dude, was anybody alive when Babe Ruth was alive?
No one that I know personally.
So, but yeah, I wasn't alive. But the Red Sox is I hate them.
Hate them. Those are the ops,
and they hate us. It is what it is. Once you listen, that's what I was trying to explain to Leroy, Josh. There are just things. Once you make a decision, that's it. You're part of the family, or you're part of this rivalry forever. So, if you decide to join the University of Miami, you must know you have to hate Florida State, you have to hate Florida, you have to hate Notre Dame, and you're gonna hate Ohio State. That's it. It's the minute you sign that, they're just givens in life that you've accepted.
Is the hate though a little misdirect? Is the hate more for Terry Porter, who threw the flag, and like Ohio State just catches the shrapnel of that and they're included in it?
No, I didn't like Ohio State from then. I didn't like the whole I mean, I respect Maurice Claret now, but I didn't like the whole Maurice Claret thing when he was a freshman. And who was the guy? Was it Tressel?
Yeah, Jim Tressel.
Tressel and his little tight mini vest, red vest. I didn't like it. I didn't like the whole thing. Chris Gamble. No, I didn't like the whole thing. I didn't like that team. And then they were celebrating as if they were the better team. Man, get out of here.
Craig Krenzel.
Craig Krenzel. Ugh. Disgusting.
Isn't it funny to think back about what Maurice Claret got in trouble for back then with the tattoos, and now
and the jerseys and Josh, I tell you, there's a lot of former players who are looking at things now and wonder, and this is what I got in trouble for?
Reggie Bush got his Heisman taken away.
Right. Heisman taken away, bro.
Right. A lot of guys are looking like, so the stuff that they said was illegal is now legal, and I got punished for it?
Yeah. Like there's a lot of cases like that. There's a lot with the legalization of various things. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. But I think there's a point to that. Yes, of course, a majority of the hate goes towards Terry Porter.
Definitely.
But I mean, Ohio State has a punchable face. Am I right though?
Yeah,
I mean,
they have our title. They have our title.
For sure. They totally owe us that. And they're not even being modest about it. And they're just an annoying people, the Ohio State, and mine just coming from the guy who calls himself the U, but you get it, the Ohio State University, as if they invented that, they just got a punchable face.
Oh, Ryan Day, they did take the D from the U.
That's what I'm saying.
They did. Yeah, they were just Ohio State. Then all of a sudden, the Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Man, if you don't.
And then South Florida is saddled with Ted Ginn Jr. and his family.
Oh my God!
Which just adds another layer to all of it.
Junior's family. He comes from a great family. That's why we drafted him. If you don't get there's a lot if you don't get this BS out my face.
I'm not gonna lie, I love Ted Ginn though. I don't know why I love him.
Yeah, he had a nice little career.
I understand he shouldn't have been drafted so high, but a couple punt returns for touchdowns. When was the last time we've been
that Jets game?
I mean, come on, he won it by himself.
He did.
Today, we have a big matchup against two teams that are vying for a shot at the national championship. We know from the Miami Hurricane side, we've been watching it, Nino Jesus himself, Malachi Tony. We know we have Carson Beck commanding things back there. We know that a majority of our strengths are in the trenches. Ruben Bain, Maui Noah, Akeem Mesidor. But now, for someone who may not be paying attention to Ohio State, the only thing you've been hearing about is probably Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs. Is there something else that I should be watching for? Like, oh, watch out for that guy. Watch out for that guy. We don't want this to happen. As someone who's only solely focused on the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, they're linebackers. Ohio State got some great linebackers.
See, I didn't know that.
It's a Matt Patricia called defense. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I
He's
did not
their
know
defensive
that.
play caller.
The
And
pencil guy?
yeah,
The pencil guy.
I think he might be
pencil
on the
guy.
on the Ozempic. He looks good these days.
Whoa, is he?
He looks good.
Let me see this guy.
And so does their defense. Their defense is excellent. And I don't know if you guys caught any of the Big Ten title game between them and Indiana. Like, if Miami is going to win this game tonight, it has to be a game that resembles
the Indiana
that game at A&M and what we saw from Indiana and Ohio State. I think if you're a Canes fan, you have to be encouraged and you have to be thrilled with what you saw from that Canes defense at A&M. It's not just that they had that performance. It's that they went to College Station in that atmosphere and performed that way. Now, I think Julian Sayin is a bit better than Marceau Reed. I think they're skill guys at Ohio State, not really a hot take, but they've got two receivers better than the best one that we saw from Texas A&M in Carnell Tate, as well as you mentioned, Jeremiah Smith. It's not the Bo Jackson, but Bo Jackson, the running back, he's also excellent. And, of course, Caleb Downs and that Ohio State defense. It's got to be low scoring. The Canes have to protect the football. And I think that playing this game indoors, not in the cold, at Jerry World, I think that bodes well for the Canes offense. We've talked all year about how in the trenches, this Canes team physically is as good as anybody in the country. And obviously, when it comes down to their biggest game since the first round of the playoffs, but their biggest game in 20 years, now we get to see that put to a real test.
Josh, are we going to be saying that every time they play?
What?
This is the biggest game since.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is.
The biggest game. So this is the biggest game since 11 days ago.
Yeah, there you go. You get it. And this will be the biggest game until next week.
Until January 9th. Come on, man.
But that's what happens though when you've been out of relevancy since the Fiesta Bowl.
This is the next game. That's all I look at it. This is the next game.
Game though.
The last game was really the biggest game in 20 years because they had to win a playoff game.
Yeah.
They had to. Now you're going against, and as much as I hate them, I don't want to say, well, you know what? As much as I dislike them, got to give them credit. They are the defending national champions, and they have a tremendous amount of NFL talent that will be on display. But Marcos and Josh, I feel that like you said, not played in a month. You've only played one game in a month. Like, it's really a month. They played Thanksgiving weekend. The next time they're playing is New Year's Eve. That's a gap of not having any type of you could scrimmage, but you're not going there. You're going to get your own teammates, so you're not really going to go that hard or with that much of intensity because you don't want to hurt yourself or hurt your teammates. So I want to see if they start off slow. If Miami jumps on Ohio State early, I think it could cause them a lot of tension, and we could see some mistakes from saying.
Now, we have seen, and we brought Carson Beck over because of his ability to play in the big game. He didn't win us the game in College Station, but he did a good job of not losing us the game. I think we need a little bit more from him, but which Carson Beck do you think we're going to see today? Are we going to see the guy who throws 5, supposed to be 6 interceptions, against an ACC school, or is this going to be the guy that led Georgia to national titles? I think that's going to be the biggest difference in the offense.
There's no bad weather.
Look at that.
There's no wind. There's no wind. You're playing in a dome. You're playing in 70 degrees, comfortable conditions.
I think though that A&M game was such a good test for him. I know the numbers are not flashy. 14 of 20, 103 yards, and had the 1 touchdown. Longest completion was 20 yards, but his rating was just under 130. He managed the game exactly how they needed to at College Station, and that was coming off of the game at Pitt where he was phenomenal. I mean, the last 2 games, really the last 3 games, NC State, Virginia Tech, and Pitt to close out the regular season, he was excellent, right? I mean, he had 10 touchdowns and 1 interception the final 3 regular season games before that game against A&M. I know that we kind of have the memories of SMU and the memories of Louisville kind of sticking in our head. But it's been a while since then. And since that SMU game, he's only turned the ball over one time. I know that Cuse isn't the best defense, but again, we're talking about a guy who, in their 2 losses, turned it over 6 times with interceptions. The guy, as you said, Marcos, is battle-tested, having made deep runs with Georgia. He's dealt with that kind of pressure before. And now, in a way, not only does all of the experience he's had before help, but I feel like the Canes, in a way, of course they want to win, and there are no moral victories here. But the Canes are playing with house money. I feel like all the pressure in this game is on Ohio State. Number 1 team in the country all season long. They lose the Big Ten title game. They have all this NFL talent. They have all these expectations. They finally beat Michigan again in the regular season. I don't know. I feel like the pressure here tonight is on Ohio State. And if Miami can create a couple of turnovers, maybe one in a big spot, and take care of the football themselves, listen, I think 10.5 is really generous for Miami. I know it might be down to 9.5 now.
Yeah, I'm still jumping on that, Josh. I'm still jumping on that 9.5. You can't be. I'm shocked that the Vegas made this game the highest, the biggest line out of the 4 games. I mean, you look at all the 8 teams still left in the college football playoff; they all can win the championship.
Agreed.
I think those are 8 of the best teams. They are the 8 best teams in college football. So for Miami to be a 9.5, started out as a 10.5 point underdog, that's crazy.
I love that though. My betting, I'm drooling at the mouth as I have the Hard Rock app open right now. I'm looking at that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm gonna put together a little parlay for sure. Look, there's a lot to definitely watch, but I want everybody to pay attention to how insecure that sideline is. I mean, Ryan Day dyes his beard for sure. That is way too black. That is jet black. And I'm looking at Matt, formerly Fat Patricia. Now he's just Matthew Patricia because this guy is skinny and it's definitely Ozempic. Can't trust him. This just shows me that they're insecure. They're worried about all the wrong things. They're worried about their stupid little pretty little band that does their cute little formations at halftime. And I don't think they're focused on the right thing, man. They're focused on the Ohio State. Well, you know what? You should be focusing on the Reuben Bain Jr. breaking your quarterback in half. You should be focused on the Malachi Tony. He's going to get a punt return for a touchdown here today. You heard that. You heard that here. I'm calling that. That is going to be the play that separates us. It'll be punt return touchdown from Malachi Tony. And if it happens, just know I'm putting this clip up and we're going viral, boys. Going viral. We're going to continue to break down the Miami Hurricanes matchup today in depth. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to celebrate the day today. I'm going to go over all these celebrity birthdays we will be celebrating. And other than New Year's Eve, what other ridiculous national holiday has been predetermined for the 31st, and how will we celebrate it? We got that and much more when we come back on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Not too sure what this song is.
It's Dallas, the theme song. Aren't you doing Cotton Bowl trivia right now?
No, I was doing Day Today right now.
Oh, Jesus.
But I can rap over this.
No, you can't.
I can totally rap over this.
No, you can't.
Yo, this is Dallas.
All right.
Who shot?
All right.
Isn't that how it ended?
No.
That's not the show that ended with someone who got shot?
Yeah, but I don't want to hear you rap. I don't want to hear you mumble. Not on this beat.
Fair.
Let's just get to the birthdays on New Year's
Nah.
Eve. Who's born on December 31st?
Day to day. We'll find out what celebrities are born on December 31st. This one has a pretty comprehensive list. I'm happy to share some of these names. I know you guys will know it. Let's start with Psy. Whoa, Gundam style. Boom,
Wow.
boom.
That dude had a stranglehold on the world for a long time.
He had a stranglehold on the world, but right now in Korea, he is still goated.
Dude, I love seeing those videos of him
crazy.
popping up out of the stage at these festivals. It's insane. Good for him.
Is there someone else who is that like in America who like has the stranglehold of the population and has only really had one song?
My first thought, I know it's kind of cheating because he's a Puerto Rican musician and not, he's more popular there. I know
Ricky Martin.
Don't jump down my throat. I know Puerto
Couple
Rico.
was?
I was gonna say Bad Bunny. That was the first thought that I had.
Oh, no, he has many.
Yeah, true.
But I didn't. That was before the caveat that you gave, where it was just one song.
Just one song. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he has a body of work that I'm like, okay, I get it. But Psy really just has that one song, and I don't know, captivity over. I don't know. He's really good. Anyway, let's keep it going. Today, December 31st, Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump Jr. also turning 48. God bless him. How about that?
What do you want us to do with that one?
Nothing at all. But the birthday calendar don't discriminate.
Next birthday,
Gabby Douglas.
No, the Olympian.
The Olympian. How old do you think the Olympian is turning?
32.
30.
Okay.
Still young.
I'm only going by 4 years because I only see her every 4 years. So
That's totally smart. Totally smart in that sense. Okay. I got this one right here. He wasn't the guy who put the lotion in the basket, but
you the one that
he ate the brain. He ate the brain. How about that one? Anthony Hopkins.
Wow.
Oh, the actor.
Yes, indeed. How old do you think Anthony Hopkins is turning?
Yes, Celeste.
Wow.
81.
84.
88.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
He was great in
older than you
Westworld.
thought.
He was great in Westworld.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only one
I
good
get
season
it.
of that show, and it was the first one.
I hear good things about it, and that was up until right now. You told me that it's not that good.
Well, the first season's incredible. Everything else after that, I couldn't get through.
This gentleman passed away April 1st of this year, but I'm still going to count it. Val Kilmer.
Oh, Iceman.
Was he Iceman? I thought he was Batman.
No, he was Iceman.
Well, he also
In
portrayed.
Top Gun. He was in Top
He
Gun.
was. Yeah. He played memorable roles in the films Heat, Top Gun, and he was also Batman.
He was.
He was Batman. And he
He
was
was
great
in Heat. Yeah, that's a good movie. My dad loved
Yeah.
that.
He was the Batman era when Jim Carrey was the Riddler.
Riddler.
Yeah.
Was he the one with the neck that didn't move?
Who?
Like
Huh?
the like I know his neck moves, but I'm saying the bat suit where the neck was like attached to the shoulders, where he had like
looked all stiff the whole time, like he was in a
traps of
necklace.
steel. Yeah, like literally. He was like, "Wow, I'm Batman. Just don't attack me from my peripherals." Let's keep it going. Do you guys know John Denver?
Yeah,
John Denver.
of course.
Yeah.
Country Road.
Country Road, take me home. Rocky
To
Mountain
a
High.
Yeah.
You ever been to Red Rocks?
I can rap over that beat.
Oh,
is
in
that
Colorado?
Yeah.
No, I've always wanted to.
In Red Rocks, there's like a little museum that you can walk through, and there's a whole like wing dedicated to John Denver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's nice.
Performed there
Cool.
16 times. I didn't Google it.
Oh, all right.
But you just a fact
Just
that you
have
just know.
Just didn't know off the top of my head.
Just off the top of your head.
I
Not
have
that
a
you
question.
need to-
I didn't question that you had that fact until you told me that you didn't Google it.
I didn't have to Google that they have a wing dedicated to him.
No,
My wife and I went there a couple years ago and walked through it, but I did Google the amount of times that he played there.
I'm watching
16 is a lot, bro.
I know.
That's a lot. Because I feel like I've seen comedians at the Improv 16 times. And like,
Underrated moment during the Stanley Cup final last year when the Panthers were up 5-1 or something like that, or 4-1 in the third period against the Oilers in one of the home games. The entire crowd was singing John Denver's most famous song, of course, Country Roads. Like they were saying that to the whole arena. Panthers scored on the power play in the middle of that. Iconic South Florida hockey moment.
Love that.
That neither of you two remember. So iconic.
I remember us scoring, and I remember them singing.
Let's keep it a buck there, Josh. That game 6 was a blowout. It was a blowy. It was like nobody cared about anything. We were celebrating. People were like setting up plans for after, trying to get to the elbow room.
I was on my way to elbow room.
I think they scored like 7 goals in the third period. As a matter of fact, I can remember the one time the crowd actually booed. They wanted the shutout, and somehow I think a goal got by.
The last like few minutes of the game.
Like the last few minutes, that was the only time the crowd booed. It was
we talked about the Panthers run yesterday, and we talked about the Marchand acquisition. We don't really mention how great that parade was and all those elbow room moments. That has to be. Well, the first time obviously was amazing going in the water, but once everybody knew this year, okay, that's the spot that we have to go. It was beautiful. It was a full day experience. I remember being there at night. I remember coming back before I had to do the show, going there after, and now we have even Mike McDaniel riding by the elbow room, trash talking people. Elbow room has solidified its spot. Other than that little, I know they do some Bills related stuff, which is why Mike McDaniel went by. You still got to shout out elbow room for having a staple in South Florida sports. What about Donna Summer? You guys know Donna Summer?
Right. It's her birthday today?
Yeah, R.I.P. 2012.
Some legends were born on.
Yeah, it's not the GOAT birthday like yesterday, but
I mean, when you got Tiger and LeBron, yeah.
Now this is a name that you guys won't recognize, but I still was like, nah, I need to share this story. His name is Mbah Gotho, right? 2017 is when he passed away. And when I saw the picture, I was like, this is a skeleton. Why do they have this picture on here? But the reason why I said that is because the man was born in 1870 and died in 2017, which means upon passing, he was 140 years old.
That just sounds miserable.
Man, I tell you what.
What are you doing?
He's not a looker.
You think?
It says that he died at 146.
What kind of quality of life is that?
His face looks very skeletal, but he is walking and he is
with a cane,
blowing out a birthday cake.
Did he die after?
After blowing out the cake.
I'm just saying, anything that looks like takes a lot of effort might be, curtains for him.
He outlived all of his siblings, 4 of his wives and children. Look at that.
Okay.
But yeah, today would be his 150th birthday.
55th.
That is impressive. So shout out my boy Mbah Gotho.
Now, literally, if you're born on December 31st, that's really waiting a whole year for your birthday.
Yeah, that is. You're totally, and like
because you just know that the next day is the beginning of the new year. So it's like, okay, cool. I know the new year. I have one full. I mean, it's always a full year to your birthday. I know Josh is looking like I know, but it just feels like, oh, my birthday's December 31st. The next day is the next year. That's all it feels like. I know everybody's birthdays.
Yeah, we all got to wait a full year for our birthday.
But
not me.
But if you look at it,
I got the fast pass.
The next day is the next year. That's perfect. Like, your birthday is the last day of the year.
Track of your age.
Yeah, I don't got to worry about no leap year.
All right, now let's before we take a quick break, I just want you guys to know that not only is it New Year's Eve, it's also National Champagne Day.
What does that mean? That everybody's gonna be popping champagne bottles at
you know the
midnight?
vibes.
After the Canes beat Ohio State.
Yeah. It's also No Interruptions Day. Last work day of the year. No interruptions.
I'm working.
Yep. No, hey, no one better interrupt you.
You're working.
All right.
Oh, no, they interrupted me.
Now make up your mind day. That's December 31st as well. It's time to make up your mind. You're gonna start the new year. Time to make up your mind. And we won't be on air tomorrow, but it's also National Bloody Mary Day tomorrow, just in case you guys are interested.
So that's just national get over, continue drinking from last night day.
It means you're hungover and you need a Bloody Mary to fix you.
Okay.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back in the second hour, we got some Cotton Bowl trivia, and we will dive into our vault as we remember the Spanish calls that got us to the college football playoff, according to me. We got a little pre-tape segment for y'all boys because we're going in the vault, man. We're celebrating all things Hurricanes today. So when we come back, that and much more on the Tobin and Leroy Show.
Hello.
I'm pretty sure I can rap on this beat.
No, you can't.
I didn't say well, but I know I can. Welcome back to the Tobin Leroy Show, hour 2 of the program. We'll be taking time to break down the Miami Hurricanes versus Ohio State. Got a lot of Cotton Bowl stuff, but we do want to give you your headlines here real quick. I don't see a headline sponsor, so I'm not going to read it, even though I know what it should be. I'm going to move on and say that your Florida Panthers.
What about them?
They lost in overtime. They won't be in action again until after the Winter Classic. And the Miami Heat.
They are in the Winter Classic, so can't be after.
That is dumb on my part. -1 for me.
Yes.
The Miami Heat will be in action tomorrow against the Detroit Pistons. The Miami Dolphins on Sunday finish off their season with Quinn Ewers in the backfield. What'd you think of old Quinny boy?
I mean, really?
Okay.
I mean, come on, like it is what it is.
Josh Beck 2.0.
We'll see. Maybe you found your backup quarterback for the future, but
maybe we found our backup quarterback for the future. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. But another headline coming out of the NFL world: Stefon Diggs.
Which is it, Stefon or his brother? Because there's two. The Diggs family had a nasty day yesterday.
So I saw that you said that, and I know the one about Stefon because that one I saw some of the Patriots were being notified. Yeah, felony strangulation.
All right, now we know the boy is outside, right? We know if he dips in your pockets, he's leaving some change. If you get what I mean.
If he dips in your pocket, he's leaving some change. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. Remember the notorious video that the Vikings had of like, who would you not want
right
date
your sister, right?
Sure.
So I mean, obviously he's the current baby father of Cardi B.
Yes.
And after she announced that they were having a kid, seems like 3 or 4 other ladies have announced that they're having children with him. So now he's been apparently charged with strangulation
to his chef, right? Am I right?
Yes.
And something about a sum of money that was owed to her or something like that. Do you have any more? Like, I could just read this article here, but off top, did you have a chance to dive into this?
No, I didn't get into Stefon stuff because Travion stuff started.
What happened with that?
All right, so he's facing a felony. All right, so Stefon is facing a felony charge of strangulation and misdemeanor charge of assault from an alleged incident that occurred on December 2nd. And a motion hearing is taking place on yesterday morning in Boston, in Dedham, Massachusetts District Court. And the arraignment is scheduled for January 23rd, which would be the Friday before the the AFC championship, not the ACC, I'm sorry, AFC championship game. According to a police report, a woman went to the police December 16th and shared that she was working as a private chef on the date of the incident in question when Diggs entered her unlocked bedroom and allegedly smacked her across the face after they had discussed money owed to her. According to police, she said she attempted to push Diggs away when he allegedly tried to choke her with his elbow around her neck and later threw her onto the bed and said lies when she said she had not been paid. Then he tried to rear naked chokes.
He got her in a headlock, dude. Like, this is over money that she says
that was owed to her. After the alleged incident, she left her position and the residence to stay with a friend. When the woman returned December 9th to retrieve her property, Diggs referred her to his assistant, who told the woman she had to sign an NDA before she would be paid. She did not sign it per the report. The woman informed police December 16th that she didn't want to file charges before deciding to do so on December 22nd, according to authorities. Diggs' attorney, David Meyer, said in a statement that the allegations are unsubstantiated. And Stefon Diggs categorically denies these allegations. They are unsubstantiated, uncorroborated, and were never investigated because they did not occur. The timing and motivation for making the allegations crystal clear. They are the direct result of an employee-employer financial dispute that was not resolved to the employee's satisfaction. Stefon looks forward to establishing the truth in a court of law. So that's what's going on over there.
Okay. So yeah, that's the gist of what I got. No, tell me what happened with his brother.
So Trayvon got released by the Cowboys, right?
Which is news to me. I thought he was like a star corner.
Well, it happened during our show, and yes, he was an all-pro cornerback not too long ago. I know he was a Pro Bowler. He, everybody loved him and his relationship with his son. Remember the Hard Knocks Cowboys? Everybody fell in love with the son. So anyway, but the Diggs boys are outside. Like they're outside. They're outside. They're outside. So he got released. Now there is various reports, Marcos, that on the reason why he got released. So there's two. One was he had not rehabbed the way they wanted him to rehab. He wanted to rehab outside of the facilities. He wanted to rehab in South Florida, and they wanted him to rehab in Dallas. So that's one report. But now the report that there's two reports that I've heard. The one there's one that's crazy, and then this one is like, it's a little crazy, but it's not as crazy as the other one. The one that's not as crazy was after the Black Friday, the Christmas game on last Thursday. Yeah. After the Christmas game, they played the Commanders in Washington. He wanted to stay in Washington. He did not want to fly back with the team. He said he wanted to stay in Washington and spend time with his family. The holidays, everybody's going to have days off. So since he was already going to be in DC, he thought, why should I fly back with the team and then, return flight back to Washington? He asked the Cowboys. Cowboys said no. Brian Schottenheimer said no. He said, well, whatever. Once we land, I'm just going to buy another ticket to fly back out. So what's the point? Shotty said no. He decided to stay in Washington and not fly back with the team.
Okay.
Now, the family and friends that he claimed that he wanted to stay with just so happened to be a performer who's performing.
Okay.
He stepped out with that performer wearing matching fits onto the stage.
Performer.
A rapper. So that was the one thing. Then there's this other rumor that's crazy.
Okay.
They're saying, remember the player that Unalive passed away with the Cowboys? They're saying that Diggs might have had a relationship with that player's girlfriend.
Oh,
right. And they've been hiding all year a lot of stuff. They've been hiding a lot of stuff. Ever since he got the money, he's been acting a different way, and they're kind of tired of his antics. And that might have been the final straw with the DC situation. But to go along with that other situation, it was like, it's time for them to go.
But a bunch of drama.
Yeah, a lot of drama going on in Dallas.
The Diggs family, dude. Jesus. That is rough, man. That is rough. Hopefully, obviously the internet can take hold of things and run. That last story is wild.
Yeah.
I can understand the first one in that, like, hey, it only makes sense. Let me stay. I'm going to buy a plane ticket here anyway. And I can understand a franchise saying, no, you work for us.
Right, because I can understand a franchise not wanting to give you anything if you've been acting up. Like if I ask you, hey, if you're injured, come rehab with us. No, I'd rather rehab in South Florida. Obviously, there was a strain in the relationship.
Yeah.
But if you're doing things that, it's not out of the blue, not something that's not necessary, like not out of the ordinary with you, and it's bad because it's bad in the locker room. Like we all know, sleeping with somebody's teammates, sleeping with a teammate's significant other, that's gonna cause a crack in the locker room. So I that's just the speculation that's going on right now. But the fact of the matter is, the one thing was he wanted to stay in DC past the game. They told him no, and he decided to stay anyway. and you being it's kind of like being it's subordinate. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not listening to what your bosses are saying, and you decided to do your own thing. So that's a fireable offense or a releasable offense.
Now with him, that we're still trying to speculate and trying to find out more or less what's going on with that. As far as Stefon, it's there seems to be a lot more information out on that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a he said, she said, and if she's able to prove, then yeah, he could be locked up. Now, not to say that, but it all depends how close the Patriots are to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, see, that was gonna be the next question. Now, will this affect whether or not the trial goes his way or whatever the case may be?
The arraignment is January 23rd. They said it's the Friday before the AFC Championship game. That could be a game that's being held in Foxborough that weekend, or that's a game that could be in Denver or whatever, or Jacksonville. However it falls. But if New England does get the number 1 seed and they have home field, it'd be interesting to see. And he's having a good postseason. It'll be interesting to see.
It would be indeed. We will keep it locked there, and I need you guys to keep it locked here on 104.3 WQAM. You catch us on YouTube, you catch us on Twitch, the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app, and much, much more. When we come back, if Josh Chappelle is available, we'll do some Cotton Bowl trivia. If not, we'll continue to preview the Cotton Bowl before we reflect on our Spanish call segment at the end of this hour. Stay tuned right here on 104.3 WQAM. All right. I can rap on this beat. I won't though. This is a
Please.
classic. But I can do it. This is the Tobin and Leroy show. We are live here on New Year's Eve. I want to thank you guys for listening and those last minute errands in. You don't work tonight, do you, Vlad? Correct?
Oh, I ain't doing a Canes game. Hell no.
Okay, good.
I got to figure out a way though to get to a destination. Now that I am without whip. By the way, shout out to the fire rescue, Florida Highway Patrol, and everybody.
Definite shout out.
Shout out to them on Monday. I was in a little
accident.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that you were doing okay. As we can see, you were still handsome as ever. So
looking good, Vlad.
Car could be broken, but not this face.
It's a moneymaker right there.
Yeah. But I gotta holler at some of our advertisers for a new whip.
Oh yes, gonna need that.
I'm on.
I heard there's a certain place with the price Cito you may want to check out.
Maybe. I'll let you boy Vlad.
Like I mentioned, we are here live on a New Year's Eve, December 31st, and there's one thing that multiple people are, a majority of people are doing today, and that's attending obviously a New Year's party. A majority of people, I'll say, but there is also a small portion of people, specifically in the college football fandom area of the world, who are paying close attention to today's Cotton Bowl. And I hope you guys have been paying close attention to previous Cotton Bowls, because it's time for us to get into some Cotton Bowl trivia. Josh, as I'm sure you're aware, I am a child. Therefore, I must play games every time I have an opportunity to do so.
Silly sauce.
We have some trivia questions I will be asking you guys one at a time. I'll be kind enough to provide multiple choice, and obviously the goal is to get the most correct answers when the trivia is done. Do you guys understand the task at hand?
Yes.
All right. I'm thinking of a number. This is a coin toss right here. Whoever comes closest to the coin or to the number wins the coin toss. I'm thinking of a number 1 through 6. Go.
4.
Damn it. Okay, well, it was 4 because of Devin Hester, but I'm gonna give it to Josh. He's the guest. I would like to give him the opportunity to determine if he goes first or second.
Let me go second, so I know what I need.
Ooh, okay. So you're one of those guys on Family Feud that's like pass.
No. This is like when we're going to overtime, and I want to know what my opponent does first to know what I need after that.
All right. Okay, that's fair. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this Cotton Bowl trivia. We will go with question number 1. Vlad, which future Heisman Trophy winner and NFL star accounted for a record 516 yards of total offense in the 2013 Cotton Bowl? Was it A, Baker Mayfield? Was it B, Kyler Murray? Was it C, Johnny Football? Or was it D, Lamar Jackson?
2013,
516 yards. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Johnny Manziel, or Lamar Jackson?
Baker Mayfield, Johnny Manziel. It's got to be Johnny. It's Johnny Manziel.
All right, the correct answer is C, Johnny Manziel. That's impressive. Right. That's
Johnny
impressive.
There you go.
So those other names that you mentioned, they just give me all like.
No, because I just know that Kyler is like 7 years in the league. So for him to be playing in a bowl game 12 years ago, that would have been crazy.
Heard. Okay. Quick math. I like that. All right, Appel. The 2015 Cotton Bowl served as a CFP semifinal where Alabama famously shut out which Big Ten opponent 38-0? Was it A, Ohio State? Was it B, Michigan State? Was it C, Penn State? Or D, Wisconsin?
This guy gets 4 choices. I only get 3. That's crazy.
Oh, you have 4. Lamar,
No, I got
Johnny Football, Kyler Murray, and Baker.
Was it Wisconsin?
The correct answer is Michigan State.
Okay, so Michigan State was actually going to be my guess, but then I thought I feel like I'm a little they were better in like the early 2010s as opposed to 2015. So I for whatever reason I was like, Wisconsin sounds right, but it wasn't.
I would have said Wisconsin too. They sound like a team that would get shut out.
So now I'm down by 1.
Yes,
Down by 1. Down by 1. Vlad, you ready for question number 2?
yes.
All right. Which quarterback famously led Ole Miss to back-to-back Cotton Bowl victories in 2004
Elijah?
and 2009?
Wait, 2004 and 2009?
How's that back-to-back?
That's not back to back.
This is a trick question.
Did you write the question wrong?
No. This is Google Gemini. I'm not gonna lie to you. But this is a trick question. Only Javon Sneed was the starter for the 2009 win, but Eli Manning is. This is a stupid question. I'm sorry. -1 to that, and let's give you a
-1
question.
to you.
Yeah, that's fair.
To you. But I did say Elijah, and thinking that it could have been Eli Manning.
Yeah, 2004.
I was gonna say Jeremiah Masoli.
Sneed was the guy's name, but I don't even care about him anymore because he ruined my freaking trivia.
Boo the host. Boo.
Boo.
Boo him.
Boo. All right, which university holds a record for most victories in Cotton Bowl history? Is it A, Texas A&M, B, Alabama, C, Notre Dame, or D, Texas? A,
I
Texas
feel like it should
A&M.
be Texas, but I have a low-key feel it'll probably be the Aggies.
Oh,
I'm going to go Aggies, but it's probably Longhorns, but I'm going to go Aggies.
All right, he selects the Aggies.
Texas A&M.
The correct answer is Texas.
Yeah.
Longhorns.
Yeah.
With 11 wins. That's pretty good.
No, I was wrong. I said the Aggies. I said it's probably going to be the Longhorns, but I'm going to go.
Yeah, no, your gut was there. Your gut was there.
1-1. Oh, 1-0. Still 1-0.
All right. A popular stadium souvenir made its debut at the 1978 Cotton Bowl.
You're talking to Josh Chappelle like he was there, like he was alive.
No. But hey, man, if you know trivia, you know trivia. Appel is definitely born in 91.
Nope. Close.
90.
Nope. You're getting colder.
92.
93.
Warmer.
Damn, Appel. Oh, wait a minute. Appel's 32. He's like,
not 32 yet.
Oh, you're not
31.
even. You just cracked 31. You're like 94.
Yeah.
So accomplished.
Jeez.
So accomplished.
Listen.
Well, now your father, you're really like 35.
I feel like it.
Yeah.
I have the hair of a 60-year-old, which is none.
Great. But the face of a model. Now,
The radio.
what popular souvenir made its debut at the 1978 Cotton Bowl? Was it the rally towel, the cowbell, the foam finger, or the rally monkey? I don't even know what that is.
I'm going to say C, foam finger.
The correct answer is foam finger.
Bam. Bang.
Back in the game, baby.
Bang.
He's back in the game. All right. Known as the chicken soup game, Joe Montana led an incredible 22-point comeback in an ice storm during the 1979 Cotton Bowl. Which team did Notre Dame defeat? Was it A, Texas? Was it B, Houston? Was it C, Nebraska? Or was it D, Texas A&M?
What's the 4 teams again? Texas, Nebraska.
Texas, Houston, Nebraska, Texas A&M. The chicken soup game. You don't remember the chicken soup game, dude?
Texas, Houston, Nebraska.
Pal remembers the chicken soup game.
Of
I'm
course.
gonna go with, I don't. I'll go with Nebraska.
All right, the correct answer is Houston.
No, well, I was wrong. Houston was good at the time. They were actually good.
Yeah, I guess in 1979 they were good. All right. This may be an easy question, but it may not be. I'm gonna fire it off. If you guys want to give me a -1 and give a pal a harder question for the win, I understand. But the Cotton Bowl Stadium was famously known as the house that blank built because of the massive crowds drawn by a star running back in the 1900s.
That's an easy one, man.
Is it?
Can I get multiple choice answers here?
I don't know.
No, you shouldn't even get a multiple choice. You should know the answer.
Is it an easy one?
Yes, it is.
Right,
why all of a sudden are we not doing multiple choice?
No, you could give him the multiple choice. Okay. He's going to know once you give him the multiple choice. It's an easy answer.
Is it Earl Campbell? Is it Roger Staubach? Is it Bo Jackson or Doak Walker?
Oh God.
All right. See, it's not that easy. Huh?
It is easy. Come on.
Is it Earl?
No
Cotton
way.
Bowl
Doak?
Stadium was famously known
Josh,
as a house
he
that
said
blank
1900.
built.
It's Doak. They named the running back. Yeah, you said it after you said Earl Campbell.
Yeah, but it's the important thing is I got there eventually.
What?
After you got the wrong answer.
Hold on. We got to talk to the referees here. We got to talk to the referee. Was that a catch?
I survived the ground.
He did not survive.
I survived the ground.
No, you said Campbell.
Let's see.
He said Campbell.
I will give you guys each one final question.
Please
and
do.
that will be what decides it. All right. Who is the only NFL owner, and this will be not multiple choice, by the way, to have won a college national championship as a player in the Cotton Bowl and a Super Bowl as an owner?
Jerry Jones.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, with Arkansas. Yeah, and with Jimmy.
In 2023, Tulane pulled off one of the biggest upsets in bowl history by defeating USC. Which Tulane player set a Cotton Bowl record with 4 rushing touchdowns in that game?
Tajay Spears.
Yeah, we both got. Yeah, next question.
Which? Gee, what do you guys?
Doak Walker.
Experts? Right? Might as well throw that out there. But everybody's just an expert on this now. Okay, ready? This better not be. If this is Doak Walker again, I'm going to be pissed. Who founded the Cotton Bowl Classic in 1937, even using his own financial reserves to fund the first game?
Yeah,
Was it Jerry Jones?
No.
Was it Doak Walker? Was it Lamar Hunt? Or was it J. Curtis Sanford?
I'm going to say Lamar Hunt.
I want to say Lamar Hunt too, but since he said it first, I'm going to go with the last guy. But I kind of feel like it's Lamar Hunt. But I'm going to go with the last guy. What's his name? Thurston Howell III?
Correct. J. Curtis Sanford.
Yeah, that guy.
Question was, for all the marbles here, who founded the Cotton Bowl Classic in 1937?
I'm going to go with Sanders. I'm going to go with Jay Sanders.
Colonel Sanders is not on there. J. Curtis Sanford is
Sanford, Sanders, whatever. I'm going with Jay. I'm going to go with the J.
Correct answer is J. Curtis Sanford.
Yeah.
Wow, at the buzzer. Doak Walker. Sorry.
Doug Walker couldn't make that much money after retiring.
I'm drawing a P in the sky towards the press box, and I'm putting this result under protest. Okay,
that's it. That's it. I like the Earl Campbell question will be under review as well. We're gonna do whatever we need to do.
We're looking at it. Vlad wins, yay! You know,
right.
but you know who else we want to win?
Who's that? Oh, maybe Miami Hurricanes, baby. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I will show you the secret to the Miami Hurricanes victory, and it all has to do with the Spanish lineage that is rich in culture in South Florida. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, that and more on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy Show. It is a football Friday. It is a bye week for the Dolphins, but it is noon action for the Miami Hurricanes tomorrow as they take on the Virginia Tech Hokies. No more home games for the Miami Hurricanes, so they do travel to Blacksburg, but lucky for them, they don't have to deal with that crazy Blacksburg nighttime in which Vlad said he can smell the racism.
Fam.
I believe it.
I heard the Deliverance music.
Yeah.
They were rattling the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's something about seeing, 3-teeth people
just like a riot.
Yeah, it was not good. And around Halloween, looked like they've been sleeping all night by the stadium.
That's crazy.
It's nasty, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is for sure.
All you see is flannel. It's just, man.
But like a vampire during the day, all the powers are just removed from that place. Nooner, sleepy nooner. And Miami Hurricanes have a secret weapon, ladies and gentlemen. They have a secret weapon that goes beyond game plan, schemes, X's and O's, or even jersey colors. This is something that is deep rooted in mysticism and magical abilities. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to play something for you. Vlad, we're going to start with the first clip here.
The setup is kidding me. Let's get to it. What the hell?
No, for real. How long did it take you to write that
up? What are you doing, dude?
Vlad, give me the first clip.
Por poco alcanzan a CJ Se trata de quitar, va por la izquierda, le viene toda la defensa. ¿Qué vas a hacer, CJ? Tirarla para afuera porque lo iban a matar. Y señoras y señores, los Huracanes le dicen que no a Notre Dame.
Cuarto down y 9 yardas.
All I heard was sí, señor, sí, señor.
I love how you call for this, and two people on this show cannot understand a word.
He can't either.
Wait, 3 people. For the exception of you,
fine.
J-Fig.
You're right.
For the exception of J-Fig.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was an incomplete pass.
Hey, don't let the last name fool you.
Ladies and gentlemen, who the hell cares what he was saying? Did you hear that?
Oh, who cares?
That was an incomplete pass, dude. Let me hear a Mark Fletcher TD run. Mind you, this was from 2 yards away. Vlad, please play me a 2-yard TD run.
Beck que la tiene, Beck buscando, sale hacia la derecha el disparo para la zona de anotación con una mano.
Wow.
Miami.
Wow.
Wow.
Touchdown los Huracanes.
Wow.
De fantasía. Esto es una jugada de fantasía. Un touchdown para
Fantasía.
a todos los Rock Stadium.
Mira, Michael Irving dándole la mano.
Hey, it sounded like he went from 75 out. I ain't gonna lie. Right?
This was a 2-yard run from Mark Fletcher. 2-yard run that turned into
Usually,
goal!
I can hear the name, though.
Yeah.
Usually, they'll act a fool and they'll go, Fletcher. They didn't even do that. I couldn't hear no name.
Guys, I don't think you understand how deep we're into this.
Sorry, on Marcos's behalf, Leroy.
Yeah, look, let me hear. You guys think that was great? Let me hear this fumble recovery, J-Fig. If you like the fantasia. Wait till you hear this one. Wait till you hear this right here. Let me get a fumble recovery, please, Vlad.
Completa con el receptor y ahí mismo estaba.
Se cayó la
el
bola.
defensor de Miami, la pelota se ha perdido y la recuperan los Huracanes, señoras y señores.
Recovered.
¡Qué lindo! ¡Qué hermoso! Lo hizo los Huracanes. Justin Scott, el protagonista de esa jugada defensiva.
Wow, dude.
I think I heard recovered
Qué
or
bonito.
recaptured.
¡Qué lindo!
¡Qué lindo!
Hermosa. I mean, come on. What are we talking about here? Have you ever look? You don't have to be a Spanish 3 nerd.
I would
to know.
definitely need to have video of the game while I'm listening to that.
Yeah, but I mean, look. God bless Joe Zagacki and Don Bailey Jr. But on the television broadcast, you don't get that same kind
Very
of
intense
pizzazz. He just looked at something that happened on the football field with a bunch of grown men. Yeah, I mean, they're college kids, but you get it. And thought that the best way to describe it was "que lindo." One more time, let me hear the fumble recovery, please. This is just honestly art.
Completa con el receptor y ahí mismo estaba.
Se cayó la
el
bola.
defensor de Miami, la pelota se ha perdido y la recuperan los Huracanes, señoras y señores. ¡Qué lindo! ¡Qué hermoso! ¡Lo
¿Qué
hizo!
hermoso?
Lo hizo los
Hermoso.
Huracanes. Justin Scott, el
Hermoso.
protagonista de esa jugada defensiva.
Wow.
Defensiva.
Now, does that
I gotta tell you.
that sounds so much better
Yo,
than what
Mr.
I see on TV?
Mr. Herzen
That
so
sounds like-
disappointed in me now.
Tobin talking about Drew Smith.
Oh, I mean, the way. Now, look, there is a player that the broadcast, and by the way, you can hear all these calls on our sister station, 790 Radio Libre, every time there's Miami Hurricanes football.
This is great.
Now, I told myself I would find you a better call, but you're going to be able to hear in this call alone of this is our boy Malachi, or at least I thought it was Malachi Tony,
Not the way you spell it.
fielding a punt.
You don't know how to spell Malachi?
Bro, if I show you this.
Listen,
You know what I remember when I hear Malachi?
Yeah.
You remember First Sunday? When they go into the
church?
massage parlor?
Oh,
And
oh.
Ooh, loving you. What's your name? Mordecai.
why did I think? No, I thought. Why did I think Queen Latifah was in First Sunday? I think that's
Nope.
racist of me. But that's messed up. This specific player, Malachi Tony, has really set himself apart. Listen to how the broadcast attempts or succeeds in saying Malachi Tony's name.
Y se va a quedar ahora a la izquierda Malachi Fields.
I'm sorry.
What?
So this is
What?
Malachi Fields, right? Malachi, as he's fielding a punt. Malachi fields the punt, right? But let me hear it one more time, please.
Y se va a quedar ahora a la izquierda Malachi Fields.
Malaki?
Malaki.
Malaki Field.
That is wild.
he 1 hour away from calling him some BS.
One more-
Malarkey.
One more time, let me please hear that.
Y se va a quedar ahora a la izquierda Malachi Fields.
Malachi Tony has been lighting it up for the Miami Hurricanes as a standout freshman all season.
And is he so Malaki Fields? Malaki is a
Malaki.
secret. It's a secret.
Malaki it's
That's
not
equivalent to Leroy Ford.
Yeah. No.
no, but see,
He
Leroy
got the name right. He just pronounced it wrong.
Malaki. But see, look, maybe that's just I don't know. Fig, do you know any Hispanic Malachis?
Wouldn't that be something?
Actually,
if
yes.
The guy he did the game with, if
Yeah.
the guy he did the game with would have pulled something we would do and look over at him and go,
Mm-mm. See now,
No, 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 no.
it is something that happens throughout the broadcast, and I don't know if you guys know that his name is Baby Jesus. Apparently, that's his nickname that they've given him from his high school days.
Baby Jesus?
yeah.
Bebe Jesus. I'm assuming because there has to be some
Marco,
sort of there has to be some sort of
J Figs, like enough of your bad Spanish.
-1.
there has
Please
to
cut
be
it out, man.
some sort of translation.
You're not
here.
even Rosetta Stone right now.
I look, this is something that I brought to everyone's attention. I told you guys I will be here next Wednesday, and I think Friday is the best of, so I'm off the hook there. So next Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we will return with the Malaki Tony sounds, as I know he will be an integral part of Virginia Tech's loss in
I'm going to
Blacksburg.
tell you
to
what
the
you
Cavs.
better do.
Do the Spanish announce team travel to Blacksburg as well, or do they do the game from local?
That is a good question because I do hear a crowd, obviously, but
Crowd noise.
But they've had so many home games that I don't even know how many times have they traveled? Like twice.
Oh man.
So I think if you're looking at it from a budget friendly perspective, I think they've gone every game thus far. So I'm going to assume in my brain that they're in Blacksburg.
That was a great answer.
Like in my brain, from the perspective of someone who's like hopeful that I get more Malaki Tony calls next week. Yeah, they're going to be there live from Blacksburg.
To clarify, that's what you believe is a secret.
The secret weapon is our Spanish broadcast because it brings us the spunk and flavor that
They ain't better than Lavos.
I mean, it's just first year. First year, we're just giving it a shot. We got Malaki Tony on the bench.
Malaki
so,
Fields.
we got Can I hear the fumble recovery one more time? Just because if we're going over what's more exciting, things I have to watch on TV or these people call a fumble recovery, I'm always going to go with this broadcast team.
Completa con el receptor y ahí mismo estaba.
Se cayó la
el
bola.
defensor de Miami, la pelota se ha perdido y la recuperan los Huracanes, señoras y señores. ¡Qué lindo! ¡Qué hermoso! Lo hizo los Huracanes. Justin Scott, el protagonista de esa jugada defensiva.
That's got swagger. I'm sorry, that has got swagger.
Que lindo, hermoso.
That is the call you tell your girlfriend not to worry about. And then you look at this guy. He's gonna sneak up on with that. This is how you call sports. This is how you're supposed to call sports. Not that boring. He takes the ball, he scores a touchdown. Who cares? I just heard a fumble recovery that was as good as Marv Albert.
The problem is I still don't know what the hell just happened.
Oh, who cares? It's all vibes, Leroy. It's all vibes. We were actually
honestly, Leroy, Marcos probably has no idea either.
No, yeah. I'm going off of context clues.
Literally, he's just. You want to know how you really did this segment just now?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the most show pony segment you've ever had.
But I will tell you this: in all of show poniness, this is some of his best work.
Come on, guys.
What he just basically did was come to the control production room during the breaks, just went to a game.
Yep.
Just went to a rant like any game, got the full game, and just literally went eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And then luckily he found the right segment where there was
so this wasn't really no show prep.
No, there was no show prep. He just basically just like, let me put it here. It's an hour, 12 minutes into the game. Yeah. And he just luckily found where the guys are saying Malachi Tony's name. And
some may say it was luck.
Absolute luck.
Others may say
absolute luck.
That's destiny, baby.
You know why I know, Leroy? Because this is what you would do, Leroy. If you were doing prep, you would get the game. Yeah. You would go to the game. Go on like whatever site, get the game, and then follow the plays.
Follow the plays with,
and then you would be able to do it. But there's two things that what's going to happen here. The man don't know Spanish, even though he's Spanish.
Yeah, but hey, those were good calls.
So he can't read. He wouldn't understand what to do.
He's so lucky that all this man was saying was hermoso.
No way. Guys, again, we can say it was luck. Or we can say Stevie Wonder got behind the wheel, and what do you know? I made it to my destination.
Yeah.
Did you?
There's a lot of work in it.
It's funny. And then all of a sudden, Stevie Wonder gets behind the wheel and then runs into a tree and crashes the car.
Look, I don't want him to be my Uber, but I gave him a shot and he made it.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy did that joke.
Good. His special is actually really funny. I think that's out.
The Netflix?
That documentary?
Yeah.
Pretty good. When we come back, it is time to bury some people. Find out who's dead to me on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy Show. It is a football Friday. It is a bye week for the Dolphins, but it is noon action for the Miami Hurricanes tomorrow. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy Show. We are live here on a Wednesday, December 31st. We last left you there was one of our Kane segments from the vault, which we will be playing throughout today's show as we continue our coverage of the Miami Hurricanes and the Ohio State Suckeyes in the Cotton Bowl. Trick Daddy said it, so I can say it. That's usually how I make my decisions. I'm like, Trick Daddy said it? Oh, I can do it then, right?
He was saying there was some heavy hate with that, bro. He had an army of Hurricane fans behind him.
I saw that
at the airport.
Yeah, that was.
Hey man, we're going to Dallas. We're gonna beat those Suckeyes. I was like, oh, okay. You know,
he's confident. He is confident.
Okay.
Listen, as long as my boy Michael Irvin is in 4-point position on the sideline doing what he normally does, then I think that it's gonna go well. That's the only hype man I need.
How geeked is he gonna be?
In Dallas? Like, come on. Like,
he's literally like a hop, skip, and a jump from his home.
Yeah, no, this may be the most hype we've seen him.
You think?
This may be. I mean, he did use his belt to abuse.
He BTA'd somebody.
He belted ass the 12th man last week, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to it.
He was sweating too, boy. Woo! He gave Mario an embrace, and it was just like Mario. I was like, damn, Mario.
It's a lot of sweat.
It was a lot of sweat. Who showered you?
It is a Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin out, Leroy out, holding things down here. Vlad and of course our boy Josh Chappelle was kind enough to join us today. How you doing, Josh?
We're here.
Any poop diapers? Any poop diapers since we've begun?
A pee diaper, actually.
Pee diaper.
That's not good. That's good. That's not bad at all.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
And he didn't pee on me, so that's a win.
Has he peed on you yet?
Once, yeah.
Okay.
I expect many more to come later on.
Yeah, the poop thing though didn't really. I think I had one explosive diarrhea situation, but other than that, that's been all my wife. That is luckily.
Now, do they smile at you when they're about to poop?
Because they're processing their gas, so it looks like they're smiling, but truly they're just like something's going on in there, and I'd watch out if I were you. I have some headlines here out of Miami Gardens. We got for immediate release. Miami Dolphins sent this over. We have 2025 team award winners.
Devon Achane is going to win a lot of them.
Well, there's not too many. We have Julian Hill is a winner of the Nat Moore Community Service Award. Miami Dolphins player recognized for exemplary commitment to serving the South Florida community. So that makes sense. Nat Moore, big in that sense. This one is interesting. Cameron Good is the team's Ed Block Courage Award. It's selected by the Dolphins athletic training staff. Symbolizes professionalism, courage, and inspiration while serving as a role model. He suffered a knee injury in week 18 of the 2023 season and has rehabbed his way back to serve as a key role in Miami's defensive and special teams unit. The two that wouldn't be aren't a surprise at all, and that would be Jordan Brooks. He is the 2025 recipient of the Don Shula Leadership Award, voted by the players and given to the teammate who best exhibits leadership on and off the field. And he's the first linebacker to win the award since 2011, joining Carlos Dansby, Zach Thomas, Channing Crowder, Junior Seau. No, I'm kidding. Channing Crowder. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Not on the list. He is on the list of favorite linebackers in our heart, though, if you're listening, Crowder. And if you're not listening, screw you then. Devon Achane, as Vlad predicted, is the winner of the Dan Marino Most Valuable Player Award. He's responsible for more than 1/3 of the team's total offensive touchdowns and total yards from scrimmage. He leads the league in yards per carry and ranks 5th in rushing yards entering week 18. Became the Dolphins' 12th 1,000-yard rusher and 4th to do so in the first 12 games of the season. And yeah, and if you have eyes, you know that Devon Achane has been the entire nucleus of the Miami Dolphins offense this year, so not a surprise there. Any shocks? Any shocks with that?
Not really.
You know who deserves an award, who's probably not going to be mentioned, but Riley Patterson, dude.
Ah, yes.
I remember Hockman and Crowder burying Solana.
Facts.
Buried him.
And I'm always down to bury Solana, but
for sure. Right. Hey, in retrospect, I have not missed Jason Sanders for a second.
First of all, how long? What was Sanders' injury? He tore a groin or something?
No, it wasn't.
I don't even know what his injury was. I
think he could have returned, but I think they're kind of like, nah, you're fine.
Wow.
I always, and I haven't admitted this to Hawk or to Crowder, I always thought like how animated and emotional that made the two of them for kind of like it wasn't like an unreasonable take from Solana. I didn't necessarily like agree with him. I thought like Hawk and Crowder made good points about it, but like how aggressive the pushback was.
That was very aggressive.
Josh, I like control Solana, so I obviously anytime I would go on, I would just agree.
Right, it's tax, it's death taxes, and burying Solana is like the best thing ever. It's like Sunday dinner by Abuela. It's something you want. But he was actually right. He didn't make a weak point. And I actually hit him up saying, "You're right, Solana. Just live long enough so that you'll end up being right, and you can live long enough to bring it right back to their face." And he has. And then this is what I hate when people are wrong. They try to be like, "Yeah, you're right," and then move. No.
I need that same energy.
I need that same energy. I need that same fervor that you gave me when I was making my point. So yes, Solana, Hockman and Crowder need to eat a lot of crow and owe you an apology over a field goal kicker. Yeah. When's the last time anybody mentioned Jason Sanders?
Yeah, listen, we forgot. We've already forgotten. And we've had a list of kickers in the past that have been pretty good. We really have. But as soon as we're like, okay, we like this guy, then we move on. We were really only married to one kicker before. That's Olindo Mate. And I'll never forget him.
Wow.
Had his own song.
Did?
Olindo Mate. Olindo Mate. Olindo. It's actually just the Miami Dolphins theme with his name.
Just repeating his name.
Yeah, I was about to say, what?
You guys, of course, remember the Dan Chais, Dan Carpenter.
Dan Carpenter was a great kicker.
Tony Sperano never fist pumped harder for anybody than he did for a Dan Carpenter field.
Right.
Yeah, he was. But listen, respectively, he was a good kicker, and he became a good kicker for Buffalo as well. Jay Feely, I remember Jay Feely with the gloves,
gloves and wristbands. It's enough.
Oh, come on, you didn't like it? Just a little bit of swag.
Jay Feely's most famous contribution since he retired was calling a game for CBS Sports Network college football, and the kicker missing a field goal by like 10 yards wide right. And Jay Feely going, "Oh, he just made it! What a kick!"
Oh,
you've never seen that clip?
No, but that's got to be, if that's your best contribution post football. That's not great. That's not great at all. But hey, man, he had the gloves. He had the gloves on.
He did have the gloves on a team. By the way, he wore gloves and armbands on a team that went 1-15.
Yeah,
you can't be the kicker who wears gloves and armbands on a 1-15 team.
But doesn't that sound about right, though? It's like the guy who goes to the pickup game who's got like the arm sleeve and the LeBron jersey and it's tucked into his Lakers pants. You said that was you?
When I would play in like a media basketball game, I was all about the headband and the sleeve. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I like a little bit of swag, but mine was different. Mine was always like, I'm wearing shoes I'm not supposed to be, and I'm paying for it now. I'm sure like I could have avoided years of damage to my heels and Achilles, but I was like, of course I'm going to wear these Jordans not tied instead of like actual shoes that support your ankles. But, as the general manager of the Lava now, all I have to do is make sure the pieces are in the right place and we can bring home the championship.
Which means you not being on the team?
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, when I put the pieces together and put these things in motion, we won a championship here at Odyssey. I'll never forget. And you know what? That reminds me, because last year we did it because I had to go to Baltimore. I couldn't get out of that. This year, I go to Baltimore again around the same time. If we do the media game one more time and I'm not there, I may cancel my show because the guys need me, Vlad. They need me.
They didn't need you last time.
No, they needed me to orchestrate for the sidelines. That's what we needed last year for sure. But we
I
got it
think
all together.
They just did not need us on the team. They brought in the ringer.
By the way, Bradley Chubb named Week 17 AFC Player of the Week. Look at us, man. We're just out here.
Has he low key had a pretty good season? Bradley Chubb.
You know what? What's interesting about this Miami Dolphins team?
He's had a very good season. Not even a low key. He's had a very good season.
He's had a good season. Jordan Brooks has had a good season. Micah Fitzpatrick's had a pretty good season.
Devon
Achan's had a pretty good season.
And that's the problem with the team. You've had guys who've had pretty good seasons individually, but collectively, they've not had a good season. They might have had a good stretch, but
Chubb was great in 23, 11 sacks, 6 forced fumbles. This year, 8.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Obviously, had the one on Sunday on Baker. I'm not sure he's going to be back next year, just given the cap situation.
No, but he's going to hit his incentives, though.
Oh, yes, he will.
Man, that sucks. The harsh reality of this cap situation.
Yeah, well, they tried.
Yeah, they did. I'm interested to see what the next step is for the Miami Dolphins. We will get into that, as well as the next step for the Miami Hurricanes as they prepare for the Cotton Bowl today. Before we get back into Kane stuff, though, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, we do have some shenanigans. Let me see if I sent this rundown appropriately to you guys.
No, next thing we're gonna talk Hurricanes, and then we're gonna do Rats Off His Ship.
Oh yeah, totally right. We have a Hurricanes talk coming next. Oh, wow, look at us! Look at me! Look at us! Look at us! Buckeye hate and a dilemma that I have. This is a hard one. Appel, if you have an opportunity to listen to this next Miami Hurricanes theme segment, I'm going to need some advice, dude, especially if things go the Hurricanes' way today. I'm going to need some advice, but it seems like the guys have decided for me. Stay tuned as we continue to break down the Canes right here on the Tobin and Leroy Show.
It's not about
my business. Right?
If I
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy Show. We are playing our favorite game to play on a Wednesday for the last time in 2025. Rats off a ship. I am going to keep this New Year's themed, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
I have a couple things here, Vlad. You can tell me whether or not you're rats off a ship on these various New Year's things. All right.
All right.
Number one, the midnight kiss. The midnight kiss is widely believed that if you don't kiss someone at midnight, you'll have a year of loneliness. Are we rats off a ship on the midnight kiss?
I'm rats off a ship on that.
Rats off a ship on that one. Huh?
Yeah, come on, man. You know how many times I haven't done the midnight kiss? I haven't been alone.
Rats off a ship.
And by the way,
yeah.
What if there's multiple people that want to kiss you at that midnight? It depends on that party.
Gotta watch out. Can't get yourself caught up.
Can't. So yeah, I'm rats off a ship on that.
Rats off a ship on the midnight kiss. All right. Let's how about this one? Are you rats off a ship on making sure your home is clean before the new year begins? Do you think that is going to determine whether or not you have a clean 2026?
I mean, you want your home clean. But are you hosting a party? Because I mean, I would understand you want your home clean to host a party. Then it's gonna get dirty again, and then you're gonna have to clean it on New Year's Day.
That is true. That is very true.
Are you cleaning your house on the last day of the year to go into the new year clean?
Yes.
But could you not clean on New Year's Day and start the new year clean?
No, that's too late, according to the.
How is that too late? It's still
that's what they say. Yeah, you've started it
I'm
dirty
not on that.
All right, there you go. Makes sense.
Like you could, I don't knock you for cleaning the night, but understand this: if you're cleaning the night, you're still cleaning the next day because you might have people over.
Okay, yeah, that totally makes sense. I mean, I was always told that you have to do it beforehand because that's how you're gonna start the year, blah blah blah. But I'm confident that if you get your house just as clean, even by the second, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Now, what do you think of this one? The empty suitcase. You want to travel in the new year, you grab an empty suitcase and you run around the block with it at midnight. Very heavily.
Why would we grab an empty suitcase? Josh, are you going to grab an empty suitcase at midnight tonight?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
I've never heard of that.
You guys never heard of that tradition? You want to increase traveling in the next year, so you take your suitcase and you just kind of, just run around the block.
Is this like a Two Americas thing here where I'm just not?
No. This is it seems like a South Central American thing, according to what I'm looking at here.
Could you imagine a man? Like, could you imagine a pal right now if he decided at midnight just to grab his suitcase and just walk around the block?
Honey, I'm going outside. Give me a second.
Yeah, like he's like. He just had a newborn and his
Especially
wife
now, right?
Like and he's like, baby, why are you going around the block? Just just trying to bring your things into fruition. Maybe I want to travel more with you and the family this year. So I'm just gonna walk around the block in the empty suitcase. No, they're gonna look at him like he's crazy, like he's trying to leave.
Okay, so how about this one?
On that?
Rats off a ship on the suitcase. By the way, Bell, we are doing Rats Off a Ship on New Year's traditions. And
I read the rundown. Come on, right. Marcos.
Okay.
Oh, he sent it to you.
Yeah. Okay. How about this one? What do you think of this superstition? Don't eat chicken or lobster. Some avoid chicken because they scratch backwards, and lobster because they swim backwards. And they avoid eating chicken or lobster to prevent moving backwards in life.
What if 2025 was a good year?
I mean, but you never want to move backward.
But what if that last year you had was great? Don't you want to have, you might want to have that same year over again.
Okay. So, I mean, essentially you're rats off the ship.
You ain't telling no brother not to eat no chicken. That's just first and foremost. Ain't no
or
brother
lobster.
Or lobster. Hell no. We eating.
Okay.
We eaters.
I listen. I love a good grilled chicken. I love a good lobster. I was thinking we were going to probably do steak tonight, but if you tell me if I go somewhere and they're serving chicken and lobster, am I going to go up to them and be like, "Hey guys, come on, What do they swim
You're moving
backwards? And they
backwards.
scratch
You're
backwards?
moving backwards.
I can't eat this. Absolutely not. Rats off a ship on whatever the hell they're talking about with this chicken.
Rats off a ship.
All right. This one, I know you guys have been, you've heard of this before. You probably participated in it at least once. 12 grapes at the stroke of midnight. Eat 12 grapes, one for each chime of the clock to ensure 12 months of good luck. Are we rats off a ship on this tradition?
These are things that people do.
You've never had grapes at midnight, Appel?
Oh.
I can't recall. I
What
can't
is
remember.
this?
You know what? You guys have never been to a Diddy party.
Rats
All
off
right.
a ship.
Let's see.
Time out. No, and we would not want to.
What?
What? They're gonna pour us some baby oil instead of champagne?
A majority of the party is fine, I promise.
Uh,
What about this one? Black eyed
That's that
peas.
secret room, right?
Fergie?
Black eyed peas? The Fergie?
Yes, no, not your lovely lady lumps, but the actual peas themselves represent coins, and green represents paper money. Eating them together, black eyed peas and greens, is said to bring financial prosperity. Are you guys rats off a ship on that?
Yes.
Rats off a ship.
No black eyed peas for you guys, huh?
Not
Out.
even Fergie. I'm not even Fergie singing the national anthem.
All right. What about throwing furniture? Popular in South Africa
Out?
and Italy.
Throwing furniture out?
Out of the window. In some cities, people literally throw old furniture and appliances out the window to symbolize letting go of the past.
I'm pretty sure Morgan Wallen got arrested for that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
he
don't think you
did.
should be throwing any type of furniture out.
No, out of your window. That's totally fine. Just not off the top of a bar.
Rest in peace to DMX. He used to throw refrigerators off the top of apartment buildings
That's kind of lit.
just to hear the noise. And God forbid somebody's walking around. Walking
All
around.
right. Last one here. Polka dots. Are we rats off a
Oh,
ship
I'm
with
rap-
polka dots?
Dude, I haven't rocked a polka dot
Rats
since
off a ship.
Kwame.
Oh, all right.
I'm in on polka dots. Shout out to Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. What, you want some
Common man.
sapphire too? You want some sapphire too? If you're
Sure.
saying shout out to Dusty Rhodes. No, I don't. No big man should wear polka dots, especially black and yellow polka dots. I
Listen.
don't care if he's the American Dream.
No,
Polka
we're not.
dots are
I'm not
Dunzo.
going to sit here and listen to this Dusty Rhodes hate. We're not
Listen.
going to do that.
Kwame and Dusty Rhodes are the only two people that were rocking polka dots, and even Kwame will tell you polka dots are done. Done. Dunzo rats off his ship on polka dots.
Rats off a ship.
They say wearing dots in the Philippines is a must because the round shape represents coins and prosperity. All right, last one. I'm sorry. I know that one's supposed to be the last one. Last one here. Colored underwear. Red to attract love and passion. Yellow gold to attract wealth and happiness. White for peace and harmony. And brown so no one sees the stains.
What
Okay,
brand?
sorry.
What brand is the underwear?
What brand? You know, this is Latin America and Italy.
So it's Hanes or Fruit of the Loom?
Puma. I don't know.
You know what?
It'd probably be Adidas.
I'm on the ship on this.
You're on the ship?
Oh, he's on the. Oh, well, okay. You know, I mean, not without getting too personal here. Of the options, red, yellow, gold, white. Well, what are we aiming for this year?
I mean,
What
listen,
about blue?
No blue.
No blue.
I love the white tighties as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
Let's go with some gold here.
Gold attracts some wealth and happiness. Hey, that's not bad. Yellow, gold.
Cover the number one.
Hey,
Yeah,
You know what?
good point.
That's
You
it.
mentioned brown covering up number 2, gold covers
Yep.
number 1.
solid. Look at
Not
us.
if you're if you're hydrated, it won't.
Yeah, if you're hydrated, it's just gonna look like a. You know what are we even doing here?
Like water in the sand.
The Canes play their biggest game in 20 years tonight.
Yes, but hey, listen. Colored
The Canes
underwear.
played the biggest game since 2 weeks ago. Stop.
All right, when we come back,
Say that.
we will review our final scores and our final predictions for the Canes' biggest game in 11 days. That and much more on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome to the Tobin and Leroy Show. Final hour of the Tobin and Leroy Show in the year. Final hour of silly sauce, ladies and gentlemen. We continue to give you the coverage of the Cotton Bowl. We've done it all today. Played a little bit of trivia. We discussed the Winter Classic and the Florida Panthers. We had some Canes talk. Not sure if you're able to hear one of the segments that we had replayed there, Appel, but if the Miami Hurricanes are successful today and successful next week as well, make it to the national championship, I have an opportunity to attend the national championship. Problem is, I also have a wedding that I had already RSVP'd to of one of my cousins, my first cousin. If it was you, you're in the same situation, minus the baby. Let's leave the baby out of it for this one. What are you doing there? Favorite team, national championship at home, or first cousin wedding?
Okay, so this is not the exact same, but my now sister-in-law got married the night that the Panthers clinched the Eastern Conference against the Rangers and moved to the Stanley Cup final. I guess the comparison would be if they were getting married the night of Game 7 against the Oilers, what's the play there? How close are you to this cousin?
Like blood-wise, we're close. It is my mother's brother's son. As far as relationship-wise, I can't tell you how often we've hung out before. He's also not a sports fan, so it's not like he'd see and understand what's going on here. And I love him, but if I had to pick my list of cousins that I'd like to hang out with, he'd be towards the bottom, if I'm being honest.
And it's going to be played on January 19th.
On a Monday, they're getting married, Appel.
What? Okay, out. You're going to the that changes everything. I was thinking to myself, the game's usually on a Monday at 9 o'clock, and everybody complains about it every year.
Yeah.
If you're not in the wedding,
in Orlando?
It's in Orlando, by the way.
By the way, Appel, the wedding's on Martin Luther King's celebrated holiday.
I mean, now we got a double whammy.
Come on now. I'm sure this was nowhere in his dream.
A caller yesterday said that, on the day of Martin Luther King's birthday, this guy's risking his freedom.
Come on. He's taking a big leap.
If you're not in the wedding,
I am not.
And this is not someone that you are
close to,
talk to all the time,
but I am going to hear about it though, Bill. I'll tell you what, this is definitely something I'm going to hear about.
Okay. Here's the move. You give whatever you were going to give gift-wise and double it.
Double it. All right.
At least. Okay. I know it's going to be a bit of an expensive day because you'll have to buy tickets to the game as well.
No, tickets are free.
Oh, tickets are free?
He'll be credentialed.
Credential.
Even better. Better. See, I had to pick up 3 pens. That's how fired up I am about that.
That's good.
I think that you double or triple the wedding gift. Like maybe say, all right, well, what would I have paid for tickets if I was going like that? And then you just add that on to what you were originally going to gift them. Now, will your family, like your immediate family, like you or your wife, will anybody be represented at the wedding if you go to the game?
I don't think my wife is going to want to go to Orlando with a toddler for her cousin-in-law's wedding.
No.
So now, essentially, this is my original thing. I have to pay for the plate that both her and I would have received, as well as my wedding gift, as well as a little bit of gratuity for pulling out, what essentially would be about a week before the wedding.
Yeah, I think that you say something to the effect of, hey, something came up with the wife and kid. I don't think it's really in the cards for us to be able to bring the kid up there.
Josh, I really think he just has to say, look, I can't get out of work.
Okay.
But totally could. Regardless, if you don't end up going, you have to, as you said, pay for the plates in addition to your regular gift, and then add on to it after that.
Hurricanes better win if that happens.
That's the thing. That's important.
Because if not, you're going to be the guy at the wedding, at the reception that's glued to your phone the whole time watching the game.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, and like not only is it a national championship opportunity, national championship at home.
Yeah.
In come on, this is you want to talk about once in a lifetime. And then, oh, you only get married once in a lifetime. Not really. Not really.
You know what's the day after, right?
What's the day after? January 20th?
Mm-hmm.
120? No,
Flat
I don't.
birthday.
Oh,
Flat
okay. I was like, is this another game that I?
No, it's not another game. So you know who would love to celebrate his ring in his birthday with his favorite college team winning a national title?
That would be Vlad.
Literally down the street from the crib.
Come on. That tailgate, and then the opportunities. I know that obviously I do work with QAM, and they're gonna have me there, but only in Dade is probably gonna have me do some stuff, which means I'm gonna be making some money too.
That's what I'm saying, fam. You gotta
I made the decision.
You also have a family. You also have a family as well, Marcos.
Hey, you guys are making this easier for me, so I appreciate it.
You also have a family as well.
I got a family.
You need to provide for that family.
I do.
Here's the thing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
As Vlad knows, tonight's the biggest Canes game in 20 years.
Yes,
so let's get past tonight.
You're correct. Task it in. That's what we decided.
We cannot be looking ahead.
If this is the biggest game in 20 years, what happens if they win tonight and move on to the semifinals?
The biggest game in 20 years since this one.
Yeah, for sure. Hey man, the stakes keep rising, man. I don't make the rules.
Dude, because I'm going to listen to the game tonight, and this is why I'm making fun of it. Joe Zagacki was saying during the A&M game, this is the most important third down of the game. And it was like 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I'm like, oh, this is a close game. There's going to be multiple most important third downs coming down the stretch. And then he repeated it like 4 minutes later. And
it was never wrong, though. It was never wrong.
He was never right either. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, guys, if they continue, every game is going to be the most important game since the last game.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to take a break, and when we come back, our final thoughts, our final predictions on the Miami Hurricanes versus that team in Ohio, I think. When we come back, we are going to give you, again, final thoughts, final predictions, and then we will end the show with a Tobin and Leroy breakdown, and that's going to lead into Hockman and Crowder and more Canes coverage. So stick around if you're a Hurricanes fan. If you're a fan of Ohio State, stop spying on us, losers. I got more Tobin and Leroy when we come back. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy Show. It's been a interesting day indeed. Smooth show, thanks to our boy Vlad on the board, controlling and operating like a smooth operator, and Josh Appel providing the insights we all desire on a New Year's Eve here.
You got a good baby boy there, pal.
Yeah.
I just heard him wailing downstairs a moment ago.
It was on mute.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it doesn't count for us.
Yeah.
That's what I always see, though. Everyone's like, "Oh, you got such a sweet boy," and I'm like, "He's a terrorist." I promise. The other day, he rubbed poop on his face like a Native American. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah, the true story.
Dang.
Anyway,
who does he like in today's game? Since he's an expert pick winner.
That is a definite good point. He lost my Miami Hurricanes helmet one day after I bought it. But nonetheless, I will say that that's a sign that he thinks that the Miami Hurricanes will continue to win because there's no need for him to pick because he threw away the damn helmet.
Okay.
But
in their final destination.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm going to brainwash him to become a Hurricanes fan. I'm going to give you my final score. We've talked ad nauseum, and you will have a 4.5-hour pregame show in which they will continue to give you all the insights you need. But I will say the Miami Hurricanes will be victorious tonight against the Ohio State Buckeyes, 24-17. That is what I'm going. I know they are 9.5 points underdogs at the moment. I'm not sure what the over/under is. I'll take a look at that real quick. But I do think the Miami Hurricanes have what it takes to come out victorious today. I think one thing that travels is a run game and a solid offensive line. I think the fact that we are not playing in cold weather and, like Vlad mentioned, the Ohio State Suckeyes haven't necessarily played up to standards recently. What's been like a month since their last game?
I haven't played against another opponent in a month.
Yeah. So with that being said, I do feel as if this is the opportunity for us to take that final step forward. So I got them at 24-17. And in the meantime, I'm going to look at the over/under, and I'm going to ask you, Josh, what is your final score, final thoughts?
All right. We know that Carter Davis in the kicking game had a tough week and a tough game against Texas A&M. He hit a big kick, though, eventually in that game. But I think this is another low-scoring game. I think the UM defense shows up. I think Fletcher and Tony have another good game on offense. I'm not sure they're going to be a lot of big plays. I think one or two explosives end up deciding it. I'm going to go Miami 16 and the Buckeyes 13. Low scoring.
Ooh.
Rock fight, battle in the trenches, and I think the Canes win outright 16-13.
All right. The over/under is set at 40.5, by the way. So I was going over with mine, right? 24-17 is 41, right? And you have it severely under there.
Yeah.
With 29. Vlad, you got the over, you got the under. What you think?
I think I got the under because I said this. I mean, I'm just going to keep it consistent. I think I've said have the Canes winning 23-14 or 23-17 to that effect. So if the over/under is 40.5, I have it under. I think it's going to take Ohio State some time to get going, and I really believe if UM jumps on them early, it's going to put a lot of stress on Sand, and I think he can get a little bit rattled if he has to, because they haven't really played from behind at all year. And the first time they were and then I said this the other day, most games that they went against a quality opponent, it's always close games. Texas, first week of the season, mind you, Texas wasn't that great. They were hyped, but come to find out they were overly hyped. But as bad as Arch Manning played, it still was a one possession game. So it wasn't like Ohio State destroyed Texas. And then the second game, which was the last game they played, that they faced a quality opponent, You saw what Indiana did. Nobody would have ever thought Indiana had a defense like that. It was all about the offense and everything, and the Heisman Trophy winner. That defense Indiana has pretty good. I think Miami's defense is better than Indiana's defense.
Yeah,
so
I think so too.
Right. So if Indiana did that to Ohio State, I'm gonna go with the team that I believe have the better players and the better scheme and just the overall better unit. I'm gonna go with them. And I think Carson Beck's going to play an efficient game. An efficient. I don't want to. You know what? He's going to be a game manager that's going to make the throws that he needs to, get the ball to the weapons that he needs to, in order to continue drives. I have them. Yeah, 23-14.
Solid. I mean, can't complain there. Real quick before we get out of here. By the way, if you're joining us for Canes coverage, Tobin and Leroy will give you a breakdown in the next segment of the Hurricanes versus Ohio State. MVP, guys. Who is going to be the MVP when it's all said and done? Josh, I'll start with you.
Tony.
Malachi Tony.
Yeah.
Honorable mention to Ruben Bain.
So,
Real hot takes. I'm taking the two best players on the team.
You know what? Since you took the two best players, Josh, I'm going to go with Mr. Fletcher.
Yeah, that's solid.
Hey,
that's
listen, how awesome was he against the Aggies?
I think so, and I think he'll be awesome again against the Buckeyes tonight.
You know what? I'm gonna do a wild card here. I'm gonna say Keontae Scott. Say 2 interceptions for Scott, and they have arguably the best wide receiving core in college football. So if we're able to slow that down, that would be kudos to him. All right. When we come back, Tobin and Leroy will break down Ohio State and the Hurricanes
Guys,
like only they can.
Marcos, Josh, have a great New Year.
Happy New Year, gentlemen.
Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year to you, man.
All our listeners on the radio, on YouTube, Twitch, however you can hear us, however you find us. We appreciate you guys. Have a blessed, happy New Year. Final segment of the year.
Final segment.
It's only right you get Tobin and Leroy to give you the final segment of the year.
Come on, man. We do it right here.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go, Canes.
Yeah.
some things that
I'd certainly like a sharper Carson Beck game too than we had last time.
Yes.
I mean, like that yes, I think would be
yes. It should be. He should have a big game for this reason. The best thing to have happened for Miami was to go out there and run that ball like that.
Yeah.
Because what do you think?
Doubt.
What do you think Ohio State's going to come in there?
They're going to think that
that's going to loosen it up
mm-hmm.
for Malachi. That's going to loosen it up for Carson Beck. Carson Beck might be able to get some good play action down the field. So, I do. You know what? First play of the game. First offensive play of the game. Play action bomb.
Ooh.
Just go.
I mean,
that's the best. Because you know, when everybody's ramped up to stop the run, you put a good play action on them. Got him. Got him.
Yeah, you had Jeremiah Smith, who's from Miami Gardens, and actually just seeing some quotes from
well, he's from down here. He could talk trash.
Well, yeah, he's actually. I just seeing a quote from Media Day that they're doing right now, and he said, "If Miami had one more and played in games like this in his high school career, would he be a Hurricane?" And he said, "Yes."
Yeah,
which is like,
everybody knows that. Wait, nobody went to Alabama when they were losing.
Damn,
but it's true.
Oh, I understand.
You don't have to say it though.
Why not?
No, he's very honest. Like he's been saying,
Why
like
not?
He said it last week. He's like, everybody's talking about 20 years ago, and I'm like,
no, but
nobody on the Canes this season. It's all the fans. We're rabid. The announcers are rabid.
I say that same thing. The same thing. What? You talking about some 25 years ago? Some of these kids weren't even.
Well, they're going to play it in every package in the lead up to this.
Right.
It's
already been
not
played.
to.
I'm surprised the game hasn't been
just like they played the convicts, Catholics versus convicts bit every time Notre Dame Miami plays, right?
You don't think they're going to do like a sit down with all of the 2000
Jim Tressel and Larry Coker?
You got with the vest. Like they're not going to have some kind of package of that because
yeah, of course. Of course they are. I don't blame them, but was he wrong?
You could get Maurice Claret.
Was he wrong?
What
he said?
Well, it's the fans though. It's
who
not
cares?
The players. Like Ruben Fiennes not talking about the Fiesta Bowl.
Was he wrong? He said everybody talking about. So then why you get mad at him for saying it?
It still hurts.
It hurts. Of course,
truth hurts sometimes.
The truth hurts sometimes, but you can't be mad at him for saying it.
Who said we're mad? It's just damn. We just could say damn.
I got
nobody
you.
said they were upset. It was like damn.
Yeah.
You didn't got to say it like that.
Hey, listen,
there had to be some.
Glad. I'm looking over here at Tobin. He hurt right now.
I am hurt. There had to be. I bet you. Jeremiah Smith.
Hold
on.
Tobin read the corner. He's like, damn.
You don't think
that
hurts the heart sometimes?
You don't think Jeremiah Smith has some family member who's
a
little
alive!
older? No, but some family member who's a little older. When he got the news, he goes, "Oh, you're going to Ohio State? Very happy for you."
Oh yeah.
And
well, but here, let's be clear. At the time where Miami was, do you think even Hurricanes family members who were fans of the Hurricanes were like, okay, they're winning right now?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like everybody want to be with a winner.
Yeah.
But
also he's not tremendously old, and you have a lot of kids who this isn't like it's not like 4 years ago. You have plenty of kids right now, freshman kids from down here who are starring for this Canes team, and so I'm sure there's plenty of paths that have been crossed on it. So it'll be fun. It's gonna add an element to it for sure. But I don't think that I don't think that any of the Canes teams on this team, Mario's gonna there's no way he's gonna allow them to talk and to bite into that.
No. Well, listen, there's a couple of guys where business means business on that defensive line, and so you got to know who you're playing against.
Mm-hmm.
And my man is out there, Jeremiah Smith is out there writing, checks that the other side of the ball got to cash, that his old line got to cash.
I just think that
I would be careful. Like, you may be dominant at what you do, but the people inside, they're not as dominant as the other guys on the other side of the ball.
But it's even starting with everybody who's like, I'm tired of hearing about Ruben. Like all the national pundits who are like, you're not giving respect to Curry on their side. And all. I'm like, all right.
Are you kidding me?
I'm like, you're not? Like, what does that have to do with it?
Everybody has said these words from the second the playoffs started, the most talented team is Ohio State. Nobody has wavered from that.
Right.
So what are you talking about?
Yes.
You're not getting credit.
Hey, dude, sorry the Canes have gotten a modicum of like props. They just played. You haven't played in a month. Sorry. And by the way, you can't sit here and be like, oh, Ruben Bain is being overblown. You have all these draft nerds who keep talking about his arm length. I mean, if I hear about that one more time, it's enough already. You're sitting here. This kid had a game for all time against Texas A&M where he was a game record. They all said he was not a threat. And you guys are going to do the same thing again? We're going to continue to just dismiss it. Him and Mesidor, they're cute. Okay. All right. That's fine.
Now, I will say this. Being the same age, a lot of these guys did a lot of stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
So they may just be talking trash back and forth.
Perhaps.
You know what I mean? Like he might be laughing about it or whatever because of them being the same age, they've probably crossed paths before. It's kind of like when we said about Cam Ward and Shador. Right? We saw them talking trash, dude, but they were friends.
Did you see some of these throws Cam Ward made? Cam Ward's come alive these last few weeks.
Yeah,
he some of these
running
throws,
for his life.
Oh, I know, but he's like the magic this guy can throw and pull out of his ass is unbelievable.
They've been playing very well towards the second half of the season. I'm happy to see both Shador and Cam playing well in wins.
I had this conversation before, and I kind of had it earlier. We're looking at what Quinn has done. We're looking at what Shador has done. Shador's numbers are not better than Dylan Gabriel's. They're just different, right? He looks different. He does things differently. He pushes the ball down the field a little bit more. It looks different. But to the knuckleheads that don't watch the games and understand it, like just understand that we have a better chance to win with Shador just by how he plays. And they'll say, well, look at the numbers. Dylan Gabriel's numbers are better. He hasn't thrown as many picks. Right? And so it's a weird thing that we just wanted something new or something different to the point where now we're making the same things we had a problem with okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see yours, like he had a good first half. But if you look at those numbers, they're right in line with yours.
Yeah, they weren't great.
Right.
It wasn't like this monstrous second half. Now
right.
he had some big throws to put it away.
Now I will say this. He got a little zip.
Yeah, for sure.
And he does throw the ball accurate.
I understand why everybody's like, oh man, because Tua looked broken. And so to see him physically be able to go out there and do things was nice. I'm just not I'm not floored by it.
Right.
I'm not gonna be sitting here being like, this is the guy. But it's not like a shade at Quinn Ewers. Like, yeah, he looked nice. That was a great first half.
Right.
Huge throw in the end zone to convert and give the Dolphins some more space. Like he had some big moments. He had the conversion where he's slotting and face off. So good for the Dolphins. They got themselves.
It's just a weird.
It just wasn't.
It's a weird thing that once you are against a player,
mm-hmm.
then any player they put in there to replace him, you're gonna like
for sure.
And I think there's a lot of that, and so I didn't know how to even receive that information myself. Even watching the Browns, I'm watching the game, and just watching the game and looking at the plays that Shador makes and how he can make things happen, I feel like I have a better chance to win. And then I look at the numbers and I'm like,
I think you do have a better chance to win. I just think there's a belief in that team with him out there. I do think there's
even though and this is the thing.
I think there's something to it.
They're right, but my whole question is, even though the numbers are not better than the last quarterback you had.
Oh my, it's a lot of interceptions.
Right.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not making this up. I am torn. I am torn by this because
he has 10 interceptions already.
Yes,
Who has 10?
Shador.
A lot of it is not his fault.
No, but Vlad, again, we're doing this. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I was curious because somebody
why
said,
are we in this position? Why do we do this when we just don't want another guy in there?
I was just curious because somebody said that Cam is that Shador is better than Cam, and I'm like, I don't know, dude.
No, because here's the thing. I would say this. The thing that I am most impressed with Cam Ward is regardless of what the protection has been, regardless of what he's had to do, he's found a way with the talent that he has to be successful. Now, he might not have to do all that running around next year, but for right now, I'm doing whatever I can to win, and he's improved at it every week after week after week, so he's where he is now. That's the most impressive thing because, listen, we've seen rookie quarterbacks go through this, and what happens? Done. We ruined another quarterback.
Yeah, no, he seems like he's starting to come out of the other side with
Right.
it. He's got 8 touchdowns, 1 pick in his last 4 games.
Right. Exactly.
Shador, he's got 4 touchdowns. How many picks? 8. He sings that football though. Fun.
Oh yeah.
We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this.
Every Miami